Hey you guys, in this video I have someone very special with me, and I've never introduced a family member before, so it's quite special. This is my mommy and she's saying hi. She's going to do something for a video for us today. I'm going to just give her a little massage and some back scratch, maybe some head scratching, while she answers some of your questions that you asked on Patreon. I asked you guys to send in your questions for my family member, my mom, and you did that. If you're on Patreon, thank you so much for sending in your questions. If you're not on Patreon, feel free to check that out. The link is in the description box, but that's where the questions came from. So I want to go ahead and start with the first question. So this is my mommy. You want to say hi?
Hello, everyone.
Okay, you want to say the name of the person and then their question?
Sure. So this is from Casey, and Casey asks, Casey says, I'm curious how your family member feels about you living so far away from them. Also, do they have any favorite things about Egypt or favorite things to do in Egypt while they visit you? It's been a process as far as how we feel about our daughter living so far away. I've always looked at life where there are advantages and disadvantages to everything. And the advantage is that our daughter has grown and learned and experienced something so new and foreign. And yet a lot of her background led to this. So I'm very proud. And I think she's very courageous, and I don't know many people who would do that. So I feel strongly that I support her and am enjoying living, learning from her and coming over to visit Egypt. The favorite things about Egypt are the people, most of all. Mm-hmm. Very, very, very respectful and kind and welcoming. So many people say, welcome to Egypt, and that's the English that they know. The hospitality is really warm. The traffic is hilarious. Mm-hmm. The sounds, the horns are beeping all the time. So there are some things that are pretty special about Egypt. Of course, the pyramids, but the Suez Canal is very impressive to me and always has been, because it was the first canal built, and that was way back in 1849. And I'm pretty impressed. And then being near the Nile River, being near the Red Sea, it's pretty spectacular. The next question is from Mazzy Black, and it says, I don't have a question for the family member, so this may not fit this vid, but sometimes I wonder, when you post a new vid and the nails match perfectly with the jewelry and all matches perfectly with the outfit, do you plan your ASMR video outfits, or do you film in whatever you happen to be wearing?
Okay, I'll answer that one then. So it looks like there's a part 2. Is that?
Yeah. Some look so perfectly planned, like one I'm watching right now with a pink bracelet, gold rings, pink and gold accent on nails, and black clothing, that I just wonder if you put everything together specifically for the video.
It's a good question. I always plan that. It's like probably one of my favorite parts of doing ASMR videos is the aesthetics of it. And so for example, if I have these nails, I might do like a gold themed video, or if I usually match my clothes to the video theme, but I usually start with my nails because I have certain, designs, and I usually base the videos based on the nails of that week, so that they kind of, the nails and the theme and the colours kind of go together. So I appreciate you noticing that. Yes, that's on purpose.
Then the next question is from Jess Russo. So cute. I'd love to know what your family member thinks of the life you've built in Egypt, your husband, etc., etc. Did they feel nervous or excited when you told them you were moving away? What is their opinion of Egypt? And what are some things you bring over for Villa from the States? Great questions. I think the life that our daughter has built in Egypt is remarkable. From figuring out where to get certain food items and which cheeses are good, and where grocery stores are, and I mean just how to get around. It's really remarkable, and I feel extremely safe here, even when the traffic is so chaotic. But there's harmony in that. There's such communication between the drivers. The family that our daughter has married into is loving and exceptionally hospitable and warm, and so I'm very thankful to their family for welcoming our daughter. Really, it's very authentic love for her. So I see how just sweet that is for her life, to be in a family that loves her so much and that she loves them so much. Did I feel nervous or excited when she told us that she was moving away? It started out with a trip.
Yeah, that's right. Like, she didn't even realize, neither of us realized I was moving when I left. I was just going on a trip. But yeah, so when you realized I was going to live here.
Oh, it was it hit me hard one time, and I called and I said, I miss you so much. I really miss you. I was crying, and I'd be somewhere and we'd be singing a song, and I cried, missing my daughter, in a room full of like 200 women. And so I was honest, and I told my daughter, and she came home for a few weeks. Because it hit me that it was for the rest of our lives. And so I had a heartache for a while. But now I feel joyous that we can come and spend time, and when she comes home, we can spend time. So it's that advantage, disadvantage. We see so much of each other and spend so much time together when we're with each other, that, if we were in one spot, life goes on, and you might see each other once a week, maybe once every other week. So here it's most meals, and when she comes home, or not home, when she comes, when she comes to see us, it's 24/7, so.
Yeah, it's really nice. We get like a lot of intentional time together that we probably wouldn't have otherwise.
Yes, yeah, just on a daily basis. I think that was the last.
Okay, I think there might be, if you swipe this way, I think there is maybe these. So there's a question from Shelf.
Oh, Shelf.
Yeah.
It's so lovely that you have family visiting. Here's my question. What's a memory of when you were very proud of and impressed with Villa? Or how would you describe Villa's best qualities? I'm very impressed. She's just been so creative her whole life. And so to start with this and have it grow and have her care so much about all of her followers and patrons, it's worked out where it allows her creativity, and she just enjoys all the colors that she puts together and all of the ideas, and tapping on chocolate or candy or gingerbread houses, whatever. It's just calming, and it's so flexible for her. And I mean, she's traveled many places just to be able to tap on something. So, it makes going someplace more of an experience, because she can, experience that in such a different way than most people. So most of all, it's the creative outlet that I see, and that so her perseverance, she stuck with it, and she took a risk trying it to see if it would amount to anything, and it has. And she's learned a ton about filming and lighting and sounds and so many things.
Thanks.
Yeah, so, yeah. And Rachel, I think it's Bugella.
Mm-hmm.
My question is, what did your family think when you first told them about your ASMR channel, and how do they feel about it now that you've been doing it for so long? Again, the fact that she stuck with it and got responses and keeps your mind open as to what could be new and what would be fun to do, because if she enjoys it, usually you guys do. And it has been going on for a long time. And to be able to do this, she puts her heart into it, and utilizes different cultures and different people, and so I think that it's just a creative outlet that she's really blossomed in.
I think that's the last one, Kelsey.
Oh,
Kelsey
it says
C.
Okay, Kelsey C. Can this family member guess your Taco Bell order? If so, what is it?
That person knows me very well, that they asked.
Yes. Okay, it depends on how old she is, because when she was younger, it was 5 items. And now it's probably maybe 3 or 4. So it's definitely 2 bean and cheese burritos, and usually a tostada. And I would say, I don't know if it's the hard-shelled or the soft-shelled taco, but I would guess the hard-shelled.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
So, yeah, when she was younger, it was 5 items, and now it's, I think, 4. I think that's it.
Okay. I'm just going to keep massaging you. You can just relax now for a bit and enjoy.
See, this is another great part.
Another great benefit.
A bonus.
A bonus. Good
To having my daughter do this.
So, thank you so much for answering the questions. Thank you for your encouragement. Thank you for all that you said.
You're welcome.
One last question. Is it weird that I'm speaking in a British accent?
Since I don't have one?
How is that for you? If you guys don't know, if you've watched my channel for a long time, you know this is not my real accent. I'm American. But I always have done a British accent for my channel because, long story, lots and lots of reasons. But it's just sort of funny because I usually never speak to my mom in a British accent, but we're doing that now. So how does that feel for you?
At first, I don't know if you can see me.
You laughed, right? I forgot to give you a warning, like I'm going to start in an accent.
No, I knew, but at first I was like, this is going to be hard. I'm not going to laugh. I'm just going to chuckle to myself. But what's funny is, I don't know if I should say, but
yeah, you could say. I can always edit it out if it's not good.
I have a grandson who also does a British accent. So
Incredible.
And he'll just break into it. And he's only 9.
Yeah, he's amazing. Somewhere in the genetics, we don't know what's going on. Okay, you can relax and enjoy, and I'll just give you a bit of a back massage, more so now than I was before. So my family visited for 2 weeks, and unfortunately they're leaving tonight, but we had such a great time together. I put some videos out on the channel of one of the places we visited it was on the Red Sea, and it was just gorgeous. We stayed in these like huts on the sand and the water, and there was wind, and the water was gorgeous and blue, and like the color of her shirt basically. We swam in the Red Sea, we ate really delicious food, and it was only one night, but we all felt we were there for like a lot of time, and felt like we really got to experience the whole thing. There were hammocks we could sit in. There were these beautiful, like, I don't know what to call it, cabana type situation you could sit in and relax with bean bags, and it was just lovely. So we did that. We got to go to the Suez Canal Museum, and that was incredible because we were given a tour, like a private tour, because it's a soft opening of the museum. It's not quite open yet, but they were so kind and they gave us a private tour. Like, we didn't let them know we were coming. There were no reservations. We just showed up like, it's a museum, it's open, these are the hours, we came. But they said, you know, we can have a tour guide go with you, and walked us through the entire thing. I usually don't like museums, I'm not a museum girl, but it was so fun. I even loved it. And it was just fun because there was no one else in the museum. We got our own personal like tour guide. It was just great. And the funniest part, I think, is that while we were entering the museum and they realized we were foreigners, of course my husband is Egyptian, but me and my family are foreigners, so they said, you know, we want to put some police escorts on you guys to protect you in our city, because this city does not get many foreigners. And so lo and behold, we had like a police police
Escort.
Thank you. With us the whole trip. So my husband kept getting phone calls the entire trip. I think he got like 12, 14 calls within like 4 hours of us being in this city, because we went to the museum and then we got lunch, and we literally had a police why can't I say the word? Escort, thank you. We had a police escort driving us to the restaurant, and then from the restaurant out to the city. And they were with us until we exited the city, and kept calling my husband's phone over and over to see if we were safe and where we were and are we good. And it was really funny. I've never had anything like that happen in Egypt, but we've had just some really fun experiences. I think because in Alexandria, another part of Egypt, they did have trouble for one tourist once, so that kind of caused tourism problems there. So they really wanted to make sure with their new museum that foreigners had an excellent experience and would come back and tell others. So we did have a great experience. And we got to see a movie together. It's called If imaginary friends. That was really fun. We got to eat lots of delicious food. I took them to my favorite place in Egypt called Khana Khalili, which is the bazaar, outdoor bazaar. Got some gifts for friends and family to bring home. And what else did we do?
Played cards.
We played a lot of cards. We love cards here. Let me show you guys this deck real quick. We got this at Khana Khalili. And each card has a different place in Egypt, which is really cool, or something about Egypt. And yeah, we just had a great time. So I think I'm going to leave it at that. But thank you guys so much for watching. And again, this is very special because I've never introduced you guys to a family member. In fact, I've never even said like my mom. I've always just said my family member. So thank you so much for being here, and thank you for your sweet and thoughtful answers. I love you so, so much. I'm so happy you got to come here.
I love you so much, and it's so I just love being with you, and it's been a really special 2 weeks, and I'm just grateful for every minute I get with you.
Me too, Mama.
So thank you all for watching. And
thank you guys for watching. Okay, see you next time. Bye for now.